What do you do when your child is learning wrong things from your husband or wife? What do you do when you completely disagree with or dislike the parenting style of your partner? It is such a tricky situation for you as an individual. On one hand, you are already facing many problems with the child, and on the other, you find out that fixing those problems is extra hard because your spouse has a role in making them worse, or they're just creating new problems. How many battles would you fight at the same time? Some examples: your son already has bad eating habits, and your husband buys him chips every day. Your wife is so obsessed with your children's studies that she doesn't let them go out to play, and they are becoming overweight and socially disconnected. Your husband pampers your daughter so much that she has become very arrogant and disobedient with everyone. Your wife is on her phone all day, and now your children are doing the same because they claim, if mom can do it, why can't we? To summarize, whatever you think is right for the child is being damaged by what your spouse is doing or not doing. So, what do? I'll give you a framework to think. Firstly, please remember, just like any other joint matter in the house, how to parent the children is also a 50-50 issue. You cannot ever rightfully claim that you have more say in the matter. Even if you are more capable, even if you have read 10 books on parenting, your partner can reject your words and claim, I know enough just through common sense. I don't need any books to know how to raise my child. Maybe that is true. Who knows? Another example, you say, let me make the decisions because I'm more involved with the children. I talk to them every day. You don't even care. You don't even spend any time. What you're saying is true, but your spouse can say, well, just because you're involved does not mean you should be involved. It's unnecessary. And in fact, you're too involved. You're hyper. I can think more rationally because I'm distant. Maybe that's true as well. Whatever reason you might want to give, they can have their own reasons. They can disagree with your reasons, and rightfully so. This is why nothing gives you a certified higher authority than your spouse. Both parents have one seat at the board of directors and both have one vote each. You cannot say I have 2 votes or even 1.1 votes. You only have one vote. This is definitely a tough situation because there will be disagreements. There will be dead ends. Welcome to a family. Who said it was going to be easy? So you must at all costs respect your partner's equal rights in parenting. Second, it's very common to have the bias that you know better. What if you actually don't? Have you thought of that? Just because you love your child so much, just because you worry so much, does not make you a better parent. Quite the opposite sometimes. Your excessive care and worry often leads to things like micromanaging, nagging, pampering, etc. Love doesn't equate to ability. New parents often think, oh, I'll be a really good mother. I won't repeat the mistakes my parents made with me. Maybe you won't, but you'll definitely make some new ones. There are hundreds of things that can go wrong in parenting. Nobody can know all of them, let alone avoid them. So keep this in mind. You do not know everything. Your actions and decisions can and do go wrong all the time. You are an imperfect parent, just like everyone else. So when you talk to your spouse, have some modesty, have some humility. When you see them making mistakes, be nice. Respect their ignorance. You are ignorant too. Conclusion is, your vision of how your child must grow up to be is and has to be limited by your partner's parenting style. Don't even expect that you can have majority control. However you wish to shape your child, remember that it will be interrupted by your spouse, and rightfully so. Yes, you love your child. Yes, your child's future will suffer because of their mistakes, but that's the child's fate. Children will receive some ratio of good and bad from both parents. Make peace with it. And what do you think you can achieve here? The day you decided to marry them, their parenting style came with it. Do you think you can just change your husband or wife just because you love your child so much? Changing someone else is nearly impossible. It's an artful science and takes years to learn and still never foolproof. If you try to change your partner's parenting style just through force, not only you'll fail, but you'll also ruin the peace in your marriage. Avoid it. Now I'll talk about what can you do. First, just learn to negotiate wisely. A lot of times your decisions will clash directly with your spouse's, and those will be tough times, but there's no quick fix to that. When there are 2 people sitting in authority and have equal status, disagreement is inevitable. It's almost a law. And how to negotiate wisely? Active listening, acknowledging the good in their ideas, sticking to giving reasons while making an argument, not attacking their personality or their intentions, no labels on their opinions, calm and neutral tones, flexibility in position, painting a picture of a joint future which is good for all, etc. Second thing, stop worrying so much about making your child into a super child. You just make sure that your relationship with the child stays solid. Some reasons for investing in the relationship. First, the relationship is a long-term investment. When you are older, don't you want that they still visit you, care for you, and enjoy your company? If you want them to be in your life, now is the time to act on it. Build a warm and positive relationship. Second, you have control on this goal. Your spouse basically cannot interfere in it. In the long run, how you treat your child directly will only matter. So, it's wise to make efforts in an area where the outcomes are in your hands. Third, the good news is, as the relationship gets better, you get higher influence than your spouse. If your relationship with the child is really strong, they'll listen to you. They'll comply with you. So why bother about your partner's stupidities in parenting? Just do your thing well and the children will pay more attention to your wisdom. Some caveats. Don't disrespect your partner while talking to the children. Don't say things like, your mom is so stupid, your dad doesn't care about anyone. Don't undercut their authority. Don't disregard their decisions outright without explanation. Tell your children good reasons why you're disagreeing with your spouse. Say things which you don't have to hide from your partner. All around transparency. Overall conclusion, just let your partner do their thing, you do yours. Child will be okay enough. That's it. Let me know in the comments how your spouse criticizes you or pushes you, trying to make you a better parent. Give me examples of how they fight with you over issues related to children. It will at least help other people know they are not alone. To invite me to your school or corporate organization for counseling seminars or to set up a long-term counseling contract, email me at shridharlifeschool@gmail.com or WhatsApp on this number. If you need help in making your relationship better, I can counsel you. Here are some of the common areas where I can help: stopping any kind of physical abuse, dealing with extramarital affairs of a partner, handling your partner's endless emotional outbursts, anger or negative attitude, managing your own anger during fights, issues and fights related to kids, constant conflicts over money and financial decisions, dealing with the problems from in-laws or relatives, handling your own or your partner's excessive jealousy, finding quality time together, etc. To book an appointment, option 1, just call me on this number or message me on WhatsApp. Option 2, you can directly go to our website page shridharlifeschool.com/counsel and fill the application form there. An important request before you go: if you like the ideas shared in the video or you found some benefit in using them, I request you to help me in growing further. I'm trying to build a team of researchers and video makers so we can deepen our knowledge and make more such videos. You can support me by making a donation to Shridhar Life School. Go to shridharlifeschool.com/donate. If you're watching on YouTube, you can use the Paytm link shared in the description below. Any amount is welcome. Thanks a lot for all of your support thus far. I really am very grateful.